Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to Curtis's Corner. If you're new here, hi, I'm Curtis. This is my corner, and on today's Film Friday, we are going to be reviewing none other than Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I ended up running a poll on Twitter, and everyone spoke, and by everyone, I mean literally 6 people, but they wanted and they chose for me to do a review for today, so that is exactly what we're going to do. I would have done it last week, however, my voice was gone. Bye. So it's back, it's ready to go, and let's just roll the intro and dive into this review. So, Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore. This is the 3rd film in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which is the prequel series to the Harry Potter franchise. This is all written by Lady Voldemort herself for the screen. There's 0 books that have been adapted into this. It's all her writing them. If you don't know who Lady Voldemort is, it's J.K. Rowling, but we don't say her name. I'm sorry I said it for everyone who just flinched. She is writing these stories for movies, specifically for movies, but as a book. So it's not, the translation isn't properly there as if she were to write a book, because she's writing it as if it's a book rather than as it's a movie. And that's where the lost in translation comes from. But anyways, aside from that, this is the 3rd one in the prequel series. There's supposed to be 5. However, Warner Brothers has said that if this one doesn't do well, they might not go forward with the 4th or the 5th, which is very unfortunate, especially considering how this film ended. But, okay, I just want to say I went in extremely disappointed in this film to begin with, which may have slightly tarnished my judging and my critiques on this film, but that is because I wanted Johnny Depp to be a part of this film and show Grindelwald the way that he has been developing this character. Because he is Grindelwald. He is exactly how Grindelwald is supposed to act. He is exactly how he should be. And the fact that Warner Brothers got rid of him off of the project, yet kept Amber Loser, baffles my mind. And it's not all of Warner Brothers. It was actually, in fact, that she was supposed to also get fired, but 2 chief executives were like, no, we're going to keep her because we like her more. You made the wrong move, but okay. And on top of that, what I will say with Johnny Depp, even though he started filming and never got to finish filming the scenes for the full movie of this film, he got paid in full as if he did do the full movie, which is in part of his contract. So that's good for making sure that you got that pay. You were sadly missed in this film. However, visually, the film is okay. I found Crimes of Grindelwald a better visual film. And obviously the very first Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them film was even more visually well done. And they kind of jump way into the future. And, well, not way into the future. I would say a good, at least minimum 3 years into the future. That's my guess, because Credence Ezra Miller's hair at the end of Crimes of Grindelwald was buzzed, super short, kind of almost like a bowl mushroom type cut. And this one, it's down to his shoulders. So there's no way it's only a year. And it's probably longer than 2. So I'm going to say at minimum at least 3 years later. So why you've taken 3 years to kind of do anything, I don't know. Jude Law as Dumbledore was fine. He was there. He wasn't very Dumbledore-esque the way that we see Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films. We can kind of see snippets of his character here and there, but not really at all. The actress who played McGonagall had an even less role in this film than she did in the previous film. Newt, his entire character is completely different. Where in the first one, I'm pretty sure they came out and said that Newt has like a form of autism or is just autistic, because that's the whole reason why he doesn't really look at people when he's talking to them. He kind of like shift eye, like he looks away as he's talking. He just kind of like looks slightly. He doesn't really make any contact with, like, body contact with people. And in this one, he's shaking hands, he's looking them directly and like conversing a lot with them, which is not his character in the past two films at all. So it's like his character did a complete 180 and just is this new character, which I did not like at all. Like, if you're going to have certain aspects of a character and certain characteristics of this character, stick with it. They don't just snap out of it and overcome it. Even if it is 3 years later, it's a part of who they are as a character, and that's the part of the character as well that we've come to know and fallen in love with. And then you have Mads Mikkelsen, who was the Grindelwald in this one. And I'm going to say this is an alternate universe, because if Johnny Depp was never shown to be Grindelwald in the first two, I would have said, okay, he's fine, great. But at the same time, I still would have had some critiques, because, one, not only is this a completely different Grindelwald from history that we've known throughout the books or the movie, and how Mads is like bringing in these characteristics that he's come up with for this character. His character also looked visually completely the opposite of what Grindelwald actually looks. Even in the Harry Potter series, when we saw that quick snippet of him in the Azkaban prison, he had platinum blonde hair. That was so blonde that it was white. Johnny Depp's portrayal of him had hair that was so blonde that it was white. Mads Mikkelsen, dark gray hair with a silver strip through it. That's not Grindelwald, and never has he ever looked like that in the series of Harry Potter. Why are you choosing? Are you like against putting on a wig or dyeing your hair? If you're against it, you shouldn't be playing a character that requires a very specific hair color and style. The style was just pushed back, kind of like my hair. Whereas Johnny Depp's portrayal was stuck up and crazy and spiky all over, or like shaved and like slicked back down the center, which is what his character was in the Harry Potter scene in the Azkaban prison. On top of that, his eyes, I did not at all notice the two different colored eyes. Johnny Depp, you had one that was like super dark and one that was just bright blue. And that was very just like, oh, okay, I can notice it. Plus his skin was super pale, which again is what he's supposed to look like. Mikkelsen's portrayal of him had his just like regular skin tone, didn't make it lighter, and his eyes were two different colors, but it was so naturally done that you could barely even tell that they were two different colors. The only time I ever saw it was near the very end, and they did like a zoom in on his face. I was like, oh, that one's slightly lighter and a slight different color, but that was it. His character portrayal of Grindelwald absolutely ruined the movie and sucked completely. If he had have been the portrayal from the very beginning, it would have been okay, but I would still have my issues with his appearance, because that is not the appearance of Grindelwald. I hated him in this role, and it was a big downfall, and the worst downfall was getting rid of Johnny Depp altogether instead of just keeping him on like you did Amber Heard. However, I am holding out hopes, because while this is the first Wizarding World film to not hit 500 million, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if it has yet. All I know is during Johnny Depp's trial, he has stated that he will not be returning and reprising his role of Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean 6, if Disney chooses to do Pirates of the Caribbean 6 without him. And if they do, no one's going to watch it. But I haven't heard that he said no to the Fantastic Beasts. So maybe because of Discovery buying out Warner Brothers, maybe they're going to allow him to come back and reprise his role, because that's half of the reason why this movie didn't do as well, is because they got rid of Johnny Depp and kept Amber Heard. So they want to boycott Amber Heard's movies. They didn't want to boycott this one, but they boycotted this one because he was not in it. So that is a major reason why this film also failed critically. The storyline, not that great. It seemed kind of rushed. As I said, they did a whole time jump of at least 3 years later into the future. So between the ending of the second one and the beginning of this one, why was there no involvement between Dumbledore or Newt or Grindelwald at all in any sense of what was happening there? Everyone just kind of was like, I'm going to go about my day and do absolutely nothing. Okay, because that's how life works when there's a mass murdering criminal on the loose. But that's fine. We did get an explanation for the Credence storyline as well, but it was very just like, okay, cool, great. He was extremely sidelined in this. The ending of the film itself, not to deal with Grindelwald, but just like the extreme final scene of the film was so random. Like, and I mean like so random. It literally came out of nowhere. There was no lead up to it. And again, they time jumped to like the end of the year. So now it's like winter. And all I'll say is that it has to deal, was his name Kowalski? The baker. It had to deal with him. I'm just like, what? Makes no sense. Action also was There wasn't a whole lot of it. When there was, it was okay. It kept my attention, but it could have been elevated to another level for sure. My one and only gripe with the last film really was the name of the title. That's what really irritated me the most, because it was called The Crimes of Grindelwald, and he himself committed no crime except for at the very beginning of that film where he murdered a bunch of people and escaped. They're not the Crimes of Grindelwald, they're the Crimes of Grindelwald's followers. But anyways, this one, Secrets of Dumbledore, he had maybe a secret. He had like a secret. Maybe two. Actually, he had 2 secrets. So technically, I guess secrets. But he had 2. And they weren't that great of a secret. One was involving Grindelwald and one was involving his sister. That was it. And if there was another one that I'm forgetting about, mention it below. But I'm not going to ramble too much on this film, if you want to call it that. So with all that being said, I'm going to be giving Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, a C. Not a great film. Horrible portrayal of a character that everyone really wanted to see. Grindelwald. Bad portrayals of characters that have already been established in lore in previous films. Dumbledore. Bad change of character of characters that we've come to love in the past 2 films. Newt. I do hope that they make a 4th one, because I want this story to continue and get to the point where we need to find out what actually happened, the whole big battle, how Dumbledore gets the Elder Wand, how Grindelwald gets into Azkaban, all of that stuff. And I want Johnny Depp to come back into the role of Grindelwald, because it will elevate the series so much more and finish it off on a strong note, I think. So, and also just get rid of Lady Voldemort and get someone else to actually do the proper writing. Take some like notes that she has, because you have to actually include her, because it is technically her world that she has developed. So you can't actually create a world based off of her work without her kind of input. But don't let her write the scripts. Stop letting her write the scripts, because she's awful at writing scripts. Let actual script writers write scripts. Let her tell the idea and what she wants to happen, and then let someone else do the work, because she's ruining these films. And each one gets worse so far. I digress. Anyways, if you've seen this film, I apologize. If you're wanting to see this film, wait for it to be free. If you agree with my opinions because you've seen this film, or if my opinions have changed your mind about going to see this film, give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I put out weekly videos, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video, because if you don't hit that notification bell, how else are you going to know when I post a video? You won't. That's how. So do it. I am now going to go and film a makeup review on another collection that came out in the summer, but I couldn't get it because it sold out really quickly. So now I finally got it. And I think you're going to enjoy what you're going to see. So, I will see you Monday, but until then, goodbye, friendships.